Welcome back, and this is the Spotlight on City Neighborhoods, and my guest is Bob Clement. He's with Neighborhood Services, and also Terry Huxhold. He's with the Southeast Action Forum. Thank you for joining me today.
Melinda.
We want to talk about the southeast area of the city, and Bob, tell us a little bit about where this is located as far as the streets and
the Southeast Action Forum is bounded by Tinker Creek on the east, I-581 on the west, the railroad on the north, and then the Roanoke River on the south side.
And what's the history of this area?
It's pretty large since we're covering such a large amount of territory here. As we talked about when we did the Belmont program, that part of the southeast neighborhood was settled at the time that the railroad was growing. It was predominantly made up of railroad workers, and then in the 40s when the viscose plant was getting underway, it was settled by the workers of that operation, which those buildings are still located down there on the Roanoke River. So it covers a large amount of time.
So lots of history.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And of course, Terry is with the Southeast Action Forum. Terry, tell us, you're the president, right?
Yes.
Tell us about your group, what you do.
No, we are a 501c4 civic league with the IRS, and we have done neighborhood cleanups. We've had 2 joint big national night out celebrations in the last 2 years.
Draws hundreds of people.
And it drew hundreds of people both times. We do work with neighborhood cleanups. We're also working with Reach and Rebuilding Together to work on projects in our community too.
And how often do you all meet, kind of plan and...
We meet once a month.
Okay.
With the exception of the month of August. Now that's a holiday month for us.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
And that's the first Thursday?
It's the first Thursday of each month, with the exception of July coming up, because the first Thursday is the day before July 4th. We'll be meeting on the 10th on that month.
And so the whole purpose of having your group is to kind of help oversee and plan and provide things for the people who live here in this neighborhood. What kind of purposes do you all have as your goal?
Well, our main purpose is sell Southeast as a good place to live. I've lived in my house for 9 years now, and it stays pretty quiet there, and we really enjoy it. I had less problems there than I did where I used to live in the county.
All right. Well, and that's Bob or Terry, tell me what makes this neighborhood different from the other areas of the city. Either one. One
thing I think is the architecture that's here, and you don't have a lot of repeated building structures here. And in this part of the neighborhood, there's quite a few homes throughout here that were ordered out of the Montgomery Ward in the Sears Roebuck catalog back when they sold house kits.
Yes. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, and it's so close to downtown. It's right on the Tinker Creek Greenway. It's right on the Roanoke River. I mean, Southeast is right in the heart of the city, and that's what makes it such a desirable neighborhood. Not to mention the low cost of housing here. It's a great place for first-time home buyers to purchase their first house.
That's great. Well, if somebody wanted to know more about the Southeast Action Forum or about this neighborhood in general, how can they get that information?
They can contact me through my phone number, which is 266-8548. They can also mail us. Our mailing address is the same as the library here, which is 1101 Morningside Street, Roanoke, Virginia, and then the zip code is 24013.
And is there an email, or they just contact
you? And always
Bob?
through the Office of Neighborhood Services, RoanokeVA.gov/neighborhoods, or the office number 853-5210.
Well, it's a beautiful area, and thank you for sharing with us.
Thanks for being with us.
Okay, we'll be right back.